Group F action between the host country, Nicaragua, and St. Lucia here from Estadio Nacional de Football in Managua, Nicaragua. And you look at these two teams for Nicaragua coming off a tough loss against Costa Rica by a score of 2-1. Meanwhile, St. Lucia getting their first goal against Belize. As we take a look at the pitch conditions, it's going to be a hot one here tonight. Temperatures right now in the low 90s. That'll drop into the high 80s. Winds right now in the 20s, but that will also fall. Costa Rica, with their win earlier today against Guatemala, have solidified their spot atop of the table here in Group F, 24 goal differential. But Nicaragua looking to close out at home here in front of the home crowd against St. Lucia. Nicaragua coming off a close game against Costa Rica, falling by a score of 2-1. The lone goal coming from Perla Gorlash from the free kick for the blue and white as they look to bounce back here tonight and close out strong in front of the home fans. Meanwhile, for St. Lucia, they scored their first goal in qualification play in that 6-1 loss over Belize. That lone goal coming from Frigian Joseph. They're now hoping to score in back-to-back games and spoil the fun for the host country of Nicaragua, starting 11 when we return.
Damas y caballeros, quedamos en pie y escucharemos las notas del himno nacional de Nicaragua.
Moments away from opening kick here between Nicaragua and St. Lucia as Nicaragua looks to close out with a win in front of the home crowd. St. Lucia looking to spoil the fun as we'll take a look at the starting 11 between these two countries. For Nicaragua, they're looking to bounce back after a loss against Costa Rica by a score of 2-1. Meanwhile, St. Lucia still looking for their first win here in qualification play as we take a look at the starting 11 for head coach Jennifer Fernandez. In between the sticks is Yashoka Garcia, Ora Zeldin, Ines Navarrete, Stella Villalta, Aria Mejia, Adriana Manguia. Jennifer Cervantes is the captain. Perla Garash, Veronica Navarrete, Ariana Manguia, and Amelie Molina are the starting 11 for Nicaragua. Great look there at our officials who will be controlling the pitch tonight. In the middle will be Alyssa Nicholas. Our sideline officials, Catherine Prescott and Santa Medina. And our fourth official is Carly Shaw McLaren. Our captains will now come to the center of the pitch and get some final instructions from our officials. Cervantes, the captain of Nicaragua, and on the other side, once again, is Hermione Jones wearing the armband tonight for Nicaragua in that loss against Costa Rica. Manguia with the lone goal coming from a free kick. Meanwhile, St. Lucia falling to Belize by a score of 6-1. Frisian Joseph scoring the only goal in that. So for St. Lucia, they're looking to build off that game. That was the first time they have scored here in qualification play, and now they'll see how they can respond against this Nicaragua side as we look at Emmanuel Balas and their starting 11. Triana Busset will be between the sticks. Asa Alexander, Marissa Duncan, Hermione Jones, Arnika Lewis, Chloe Williams, Frisian Joseph, Micaiah Smith, Sabrina Averill, Aline St. Age, and Christiane St. Croix will be the starting 11 for St. Lucia. For Nicaragua, they started off qualification play with 2 wins, 3-1 over Guatemala, and then won 3-2 against Belize before following in a tight one against Costa Rica. Meanwhile, St. Lucia, they fell in the opening round against St. Lucia. They lost 9-0. Then they fell to Guatemala by a score of 5-0, and then 6-1 against Belize. That 9-0 loss was against Costa Rica, who won earlier tonight. Costa Rica, perfect 4 wins, 0 losses, and 0 draws. It looked like it could come down to this game and goal differential, but that will not be the case. These fans here in Managua doing a great job coming out and showing support for all these countries, even more so for the host team, Nicaragua. And Amelie Molina will get us going. Nicaragua in the all blue kits. St. Lucia in the yellow kits with the black sleeves and black numbers. This is played down the line. It's going to come to the feet of Navarrete. Navarrete had 2 goals in the win against Belize. Ball given away, though, right away by Nicaragua and sent forward, brought down by Joseph, who had that lone goal in the loss against Belize. For both these sides, they're each looking for their first clean sheet here in qualification. We'll see if that comes tonight for either one. Here's Arnika Lewis. She was dangerous in the attack for St. Lucia in the loss on Friday as this pass is cut out initially and then brought to the feet of William. William came on as a sub against Belize and was very physical. Let's see if she's physical once again this evening against Nicaragua. Opening corner going to St. Lucia. St. Lucia also looking for their first game to have multiple goals. Lots of things at stake here for firsts for both these sides. As Frigian Joseph, the goal scored in the last game, will set up on the near corner. Joseph out of Uptown Rebels SC, drives it in near post, headed back, cleared out by Villalta. Navarrete at midfield. Slide it in. Hoping to get it on the return. Does in the channel. Navarrete playing it down the alley. Looking to hook up with Villalta. Villalta trying to turn towards the touchline. She's knocked off the ball there by Sabrina Averill. Here's Christiane St. Croix getting the start this evening. Mejia surveys. Little shovel pass here to Munguia, and it's played out on the clearance by St. Ange. Look at St. Ange as well as Averill. They've done a solid job at that center back position. This one is played into the stands. They've gotten better as qualification has progressed here. Munguia off target. Look at coming into qualifications. 27 teams vying for a spot in the championship to join U.S. and Mexico. The winners of each group to advance May 24th through June 3rd in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. We know those teams. Group A was Canada. Group B, Panama taking the top spot as this ball is blasted over the top. Maybe an early chance here. Hermione Jones just sends it wide, and the captain wants that one back. She wanted the near post. Jones just off on her touch. Great time here by Jones. Gets through the back line of Nicaragua. Wanted the near post, but sends it wide. St. Lucia on the front foot right now, and this is going to be scooped up by Garcia. Back to the winners of the groups. Dominican Republic winning Group C. Puerto Rico in Group D. Group E saw Jamaica take that. And then Costa Rica here in Group F earlier this evening. Navarrete want to find Villalta, unable to slip it through. This ball played out wide. William taps it in. Another chance here for St. Lucia, but unable to get back to the ball. That might have been offside anyway. Munguia takes a deflection, goes right to the feet of the oncoming Garage. Navarrete into the area, and this one sent out by Micaiah Smith of Knights FC. Corner here for Nicaragua on the near side. Corners, set pieces have played such a key factor here in qualification. Munguia comes to Navarrete from the top of the area, and that hits off the legs of Smith. Best chance of the night so far coming for St. Lucia. Nicaragua looking to respond. This ball looped in and now sent out. Cruz sidesteps one defender. Played out, gets on the return. trip him on the play, and this is going to be a free kick coming for Nicaragua. Cruz will leave the ball behind. Villalta looking to deliver here on this free kick opportunity. Mejia able to sidestep one defender. Garage at the top of the area. Gets around a defender. Crossing off Busset and tapped in by Navarrete. Busset made the initial save, and Navarrete finishes it off in the 7th minute. As Navarrete with her 3rd goal. Home fans appreciating the effort by Navarrete. Beautiful stop by Busset. Hits it off the crossbar, and then Navarrete just taps it in. Another look. Busset gets it off the crossbar, nearly gets it over. And then Navarrete, with no player defending her, cleans up the garbage and recycles it home. Nicaragua here with the early lead at home in Managua. Through ball that was intended for Navarrete, but it hits off the backside of St. Ange. Ball played out to Villalta. Too heavy of a touch as it's played back by Averill. Sent out wide by Mejia. Villalta. Played off the feet here. Hard collision on the far boards. Let's see what's handed out, if anything. Get a warning. Fujian Joseph on the challenge against Veronica Navarrete. You see Joseph with the push from behind. Luckily, nothing else was handed out in terms of a yellow card. Garage. Molina. Munguia. And that's Navarrete. Back to Munguia on the back heel. Now the captain will play it back in. Mejia into the channel. Sarah Cruz giving chase. Cruz with little room. Slots it back, was looking for Villalta. Arnica Lewis wins the ball back and plays it out wide now. St. Lucia, they had a chance earlier tonight, but weren't able to connect on the 3rd minute on the goal opportunity. It was Hermione Jones who had the chance, the captain of St. Lucia. She's won the armband every game so far, as has Cervantes for Nicaragua. Good job winning the ball there by Smith. Smith's been active in the midfield so far for St. Lucia. Nearly won the ball once again. Slow roller back, but able to get to it there was Veronica Navarrete. And that's Navarrete, the lone goal scorer. That coming in the 3rd minute. Down the line. Munguia has Navarrete inside, looking for her 2nd brace. Blocked away. Villalta looking for her 1st goal. Stopped in front by the defenders. Villalta blasted over by Navarrete. Joseph. Go out wide and battling for position, knocked off the ball. Cruz. Mejia. Rosh. Shoulder battle here. Munguia with a little room has Navarrete to her right. Off Bousset. Bousset able to cover this ball up. Navarrete nearly had her second rebound attempt for a goal. Poor clearance there as this is played up to Navarrete now. Taps it out to Villalta. Villalta long range. St. Lucia, these last two games, much better on the attack, much better linking up their passing game. Cervantes. Garage, back to Cervantes. Navarrete plays it out wide. Munguia to Navarrete. Molina. Emily Molina not afraid to get physical if need be. Navarrete cuts it back. Good job there by Averill getting to the ball first. Villalta in the area for Nicaragua. Molina plays it out. Villalta. Corner coming for Nicaragua. Munguia will head over the far corner. Inward swinging ball coming. Sarah Cruz got that with her head, but unfortunately sends it over. Could have been the second goal there for Nicaragua if she can get that on a downward angle. William. Navarrete's been all over the field so far here for Nicaragua in this opening 15 minutes. Little scoop pass brought down though. Good job there by Averill. Joseph overruns the ball. Garage. Mejia near side. Munguia loses possession. Off the heel of Munguia. Through ball, but back to play it out as St. Ange. Well, Group F and Group E were held here at Estadio Nacional de Football in Managua, Nicaragua. Great job by the host country. Munguia. Villalta. Chance here from 20 yards out. Joseph going down on the ground after getting hit in the back. You see the hit in the back. Nika Lewis, she's been key in the attack for St. Lucia as the training staff comes off. St. Lucia, the one goal coming from Frisian Joseph. There's our goal scorer, Ness Navarrete. So chance for both sides to go to the touchline to get some instructions. Great look there at Adriana Manguia. Manguia scored the free kick in the loss against Costa Rica. That's how important set pieces have been. Last thing you want to do is use a sub here already in the 19th minute. Molina. Unable to get through the defense. Pass intended for Frisian Joseph. Sent away by Nicaragua's Veronica Navarrete. Smith loses possession. Villalta has little room to work up the spine. Villalta pauses, waits for some reinforcement. Cervantes. Mejia drops it back. Navarrete. Nice slip ball, Molina. Easy scoop by Bissett. Garage thought about it, moves closer. Cervantes. Long range, looking to dial it up. Bissett off the legs and tapped in once again. And brace for Ines Navarrete. And that is why you go right at the goalkeeper off these misses. You get a rebound like the first time that went off the crossbar. This time off the legs of Bissett. And Navarrete does the exact same thing and just taps it in. Bissett needs to go down and make the stop with her hands. She plays it off her legs instead of going down to grab the ball. And because she doesn't go down and she tries to stop it with her legs, this allows Navarrete to get to the ball and tap it in for her second goal. That goal coming in the 21st minute. Navarrete having another great game, her second great game where she has scored a brace. She did it also against Belize, so maybe tonight she gets her hat trick. For Nicaragua, they have never scored more than 3 goals here in qualification play. Also hoping to surpass that total this evening. Add in first clean sheet. Still plenty of time for St. Lucia to get on the board. They had a great opportunity in the opening 5 minutes of play from the captain, Hermione Jones. But hit into the side webbing when she wanted to go near post. Yeah, so look at the 2 goals for Navarrete. She really hasn't had to do anything. She just taps the ball in. Not from really the run of play in a traditional sense. Just gets the rebound off the crossbar and then gets the rebound off the goalkeeper. So you have to think maybe for St. Lucia, they just need to mark up a little bit better in that back line. Force Nicaragua to have to work in that 18-yard box to create a shot opportunity. Don't just allow the easy rebound. Alexander knocked off the ball as this is won back by Mejia. Looking for Navarrete, unable to connect. Villalta. She'll look from long range, and this one will find its way into the seating behind. Mejia. This pass cut out. Good job getting into the angle there by Averill. Cruz pokes it out. Molina gets by one defender, stays on her feet. Sent out by St. Croix. Cruz. Long ball, Raid. Abusset drops it. Navarrete once again in that 6-yard box. It'd be something else if Navarrete had all 3 goals scored off spilled balls. Goal scorers are going to find a way to score. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to go through. Villalta drops it back. Cervantes. Mejia plays it in. Molina. Navarrete can't control that ball. And it's going to be swept out there on the play by St. Age as well as Marissa Duncan. Corner here for Nicaragua in the 25th minute. Navarrete gets her foot to it, blocked. The follow-up shot nearly goes to the back post, but finds its way wide to the end line. Off the volley, sent away by St. Ange. Rosh. Curling ball. St. Ange will send it high into the night. Comes to the circle. Mejia out wide. Left-footed ball. Navarrete unable to keep it in play. Now time for the cooling break. If you're just joining us, 2 goals, both scored by Inés Navarrete of Nicaragua. Both off rebounds. The first one coming off a ball that hit the crossbar. The second one off a ball that hit the feet of Busset. Came right to Navarrete, and she just slotted it home for her second goal. Final game here in qualification play. Here's the first goal. You see Busset gets a piece of it, goes off the crossbar and in. No one marking up on Navarrete, allowing her to get through for the easy tap in. Nothing Busset could do on that one. makes the initial save, nearly knocks it over the crossbar and out of play. And you see Navarrete all alone and just taps it in with ease. And that would be her first of 2. Second game, she has scored a brace here. Cervantes gets the shot on target, hits off Busset's legs, and then Navarrete just taps it in. This is where Busset just needs to go down, make the stop with both hands, let it hit off your chest, grab the ball, but because she lets it go into her legs, Navarrete gets the rebound and taps it home. 2 goals against Belize and 2 goals now against St. Lucia for Navarrete. In both games that Nicaragua won, they scored 3 goals. So 3 is the lucky number for the blue and white. Navarrete looking for that 3rd goal. Sent away by St. Age. Garage. Mejia out wide. Good look there by Munguia, but shoots it right into the legs of Duncan. Romania Jones did have a chance for St. Lucia, but sent it to the netting. Just wide. She wanted the near post. Little back heel intended for Molina. This ball clear, but only as far as Serranos at midfield. Cervantes. Busset once again letting that go into her feet, and Molina was coming up to try to get that rebound. Busset needs to go down and make the stop with her hands and not allow that to get into her feet for those rebounds. Josephine with warning. Cervantes. Mejia. This ball cut out on the play by Smith. Playing it out wide. William. A little bit too far behind William, but the right idea was there for Smith. Navarrete, miscommunication there between St. Ange and Busset. Busset not coming up as quickly as St. Ange thought. St. Ange, though, doing a good job cutting off that angle of Navarrete. Lewis. Good ball to herself down the line. Unable to get by Cervantes, though. Munguia steps around one defender. Busset able to grab this out of the air. William battling for the ball, loses it. Lofting ball for Navarrete. Navarrete, Busset coming out, hard collision. Players are down. Whistle immediately blown as the trainers are coming out. This was a sandwich here between the 3 players, Busset, Navarrete, and I believe it's St. Ange also on the ground for St. Lucia. See, Navarrete gets a piece, then goes into the legs of Busset, and Busset colliding with St. Ange as they all topple over. So hopefully everyone is all right. St. Ange talking to one of the trainers. Navarrete has popped up, so that's great to see. Busette now line on our side. Especially look at this last game in qualification. Last thing you want to see is any sort of injury for any of these sides as these young women look to just close out this group play here in qualifications. Busette is up, backing up. Navarrete also up. And Navarrete back down, so something's wrong with Navarrete, it looks like. Navarrete with the 2 goals in this game. Able to pop back up, so hopefully, again, maybe a little cramp there as she went back down the ground. As you look at the concern on Jennifer Fernandez's face of Nicaragua. Here's another look at that collision. You see the 3 players colliding. Busette getting her player in St. Ange in the upper chest, and then it was Navarrete getting Busette down low, sandwiched on top by St. Ange. And we have another player for St. Lucia down in the box. St. Ange and Navarrete able to walk off on the far side of the pitch. Great to see. Looks like we are good to go. Just wait till the whistle of Alyssa Nichols to put us back in play. Let's see, are we going to have... St. Lucia will have the kick. And here's Cervantes, who had the shot on the second goal that hit the legs of Busette that Navarrete was able to tap in. Mejia. Molina playing it out. Navarrete back on, so that's great to see. And St. Averill back on, St. Ange, excuse me, on as well. So all players back on the field for each side. Two to 0 is our score, and S. Navarrete with the 2 goals for Nicaragua here in this Group F play. All of Group F and Group E has had their games held right here at Estadio Nacional de Football in Managua, Nicaragua. A great home base for these 2 groups. It's been tremendous. Joseph tried to slot that one through. Played out by William. William couldn't get quite the connection she wanted on that shot attempt. Lewis unable to keep it in on the end line. Narnika Lewis gets a little space. She is dangerous with the ball at her feet. She showed that in the game against Belize. Navarrete, good battle there between her and St. Croix. St. Croix wins the ball. Here's St. Ange, loses possession. Navarrete. And St. Ange is going to be handed a yellow card. First booking of the game. Navarrete wins the ball back, and there you see the stomp on the foot. Cervantes. Chance here for Navarrete, runs into Bissett. Well, Navarrete has had a couple chances to get her hat trick. Right now, held at 2. Cervantes, good challenge right there by St. Croix. Cervantes able to get to the ball, and now played out by Lewis. Lalta turns away. Mejia. Chance here once again from outside the area. Getting a good strike to that was Adriana Manguia. Manguia plays for Club Soccer at Zacharias Guerrera. Don't forget highlights at half between these two sides. Navarrete wins the ball for Nicaragua, cuts it in. Molina, one of the near posts trying to bend it in. Good effort there by Molina. Amelie Molina also plays at Gardner-Webb University. Alta winning the ball back. Garage. She does have a goal. That goal came against Belize. William. A little bit more than 5 minutes remains here in the opening half. It will have some stoppage time due to the injuries. Lewis, nice pass inside. See what Smith can do with it. Smith, scoop pass out. You like the idea there by Smith. Navarrete. A little miscommunication there between Molina as well as Manguia. Now simply played to the touchline, but Villalta able to get there. It was a soft pass by Ariana Manguia. Mejia switching sides. Smith into the circle, intercepted. Ball behind Navarrete and sent away. Arnica Lewis at midfield. Oh, nice move by Lewis to get by Cervantes. Has numbers ahead, slots it in. Was looking for Hermione Jones, but played it behind her. If this is rolled out in front, another great opportunity. Look at this little nutmeg. Great move there by Arnica Lewis to get by the captain of Nicaragua. Miscommunication definitely there between Ariana Manguia and Garcia. Garcia coming out for the ball. Must not have been yelling loud enough for Manguia to hear it. Manguia and Garcia still talking about it. Manguia played it out to the touchline, but Garcia wanted this ball. So take a look back. So it just hit Arnica Lewis in the wrong part on the chest. Might have got it right in the middle there. of the rib cage to knock out her breath. So we'll begin again. Molina. Navarrete. Mejia. Villalta. Nice little slip ball. Coming over defensively is St. Croix, knocking over Villalta. Good job here by St. Croix, coming over, wins the ball back out, hits it off Villalta, and gets her team a goal kick. Good effort right there by St. Lucia. Molina. Duncan drops it back. Cleared only as far as Mejia, though. Mejia wanted to connect with Navarrete, but the left foot of Smith gets in the way, deflect the pass. Cruz wins the ball back for Nicaragua. Chance here from the top of the area, but shot off target. Look at the effort by Navarrete to get to the ball. St. Croix, once again, looking to usher this out. Navarrete nearly got around St. Croix, but uses her off arm to pull St. Croix down. Villalta, nice soft touch there to trap the ball. Mejia. Cruz. Anguilla. Looking for Navarrete. Busset grabs the ball before Navarrete could get to it.
Damas y caballeros.
3 minutes added on.
Se celebrarán menos 3 minutos al primer tiempo reglamentario.
Both goals here scored by Ines Navarrete of Nicaragua. St. Lucia with one opportunity. We'll show you that at a half. Cruz, back heel. Garage. Dispossessed of the ball. Cervantes stepping right in front of that pass. Cervantes. Villalta. Molina. Navarrete, a little turn and go, keeps her footing. Navarrete looking to cross. Had Villalta inside. Cervantes. There's a pull of the jersey by Cervantes. You do have one yellow card. There's going to be a warning for Cervantes. Lone yellow card going to St. Ange. Mejia. Hard challenge right there. Going to the surface was Asa Alexander. Threaded ball for Navarrete. Navarrete. Missed touch there. One she would like back. Had Villalta on the back post. And there is the whistle to end the first half. At the home side getting it done here in Managua as Nicaragua leads 2-0 after 45 minutes play. Ines Navarrete with both goals for the home team. Highlights when we return. 45 minutes in the books here between Nicaragua and St. Lucia. And we're going to have a couple subs to begin the second half. Danielle Manzanares will come in, and off will go Amelie Molina. Also coming in will be Faith Regis for St. Lucia. See what Faith Regis can do to jumpstart this attack. So Regis in, as well as Manzanares. Molina off. Nicaragua looking to close out qualification play in front of the home crowd as they have a 2-0 lead. Inez Navarrete with both goals, first coming in the 7th minute and then the second in the 21st. And we are underway back here in the second half from Managua, Nicaragua at Estadio Nacional de Football. Josh Toll with you as Nicaragua looks to close out with a win in their first clean sheet possibly. Faith Regis replacing Chloe William, who will head off. This ball played out wide for Vitala. Vitala unable to get to the ball. Actually, Williams is going to stay on as she plays this in. Mejia plays it out wide, now down the line by Cervantes. Vitala. Ricochet, oh, blocked off the line to the top of the area. Another deflection, not fully cleared. Comes to the feet of the substitution, Manzanares. Manzanares had a goal earlier in qualification play in the win against Guatemala. So Nicaragua resuming where they left off, just dominant here in the attacking third. Villalta back post, looking for Sarah Cruz. St. Lucia just needs to calm things down now that they got the ball back in possession. See if they can link up their passing game. They got to find a way to be a threat across midfield. They have to get across it first. That's going to be the big challenge. Nicaragua has done a great job defensively here this evening in St. Lucia. Navarrete turns away now toward the end line. Knocked off the ball, and William win the ball. William got lectured a couple times on Friday about being too physical. And this time, getting a yellow card. St. Ange over to argue. St. Ange also had a yellow card earlier. Let's take a look back. William wins the ball, and then she extends her arm and then pulls her foot over the leg of Navarrete. Frustration playing a part for sure, but you got to hold on. Last thing you want to do is have your team play a player down. St. Ange to play this way. Villalta intercepts the pass. Good battle here between Villalta and Regis. Navarrete, she's had the hot foot to save. Navarrete looking to connect with Villalta. Last touch there by Hermione Jones, the captain. Navarrete. Mejia. Cruz plays it past midfield. Gets it on the return, nearly stumbles over, somehow does keep it in. Might have been better if that went out of play. Regine Joseph, who had a goal in the last game, maybe an opportunity now for Arnica Lewis. Lewis looking for the first goal, cuts to the right, oh, played off the backside of Nicaragua's Veronica Navarrete. Arnica Lewis nearly had the opening goal for St. Lucia here in the second half. Lewis showed that she could be dangerous on Friday evening, and there showing off what she is capable, cutting through traffic, nearly getting a goal. Navarrete happened to be in the perfect place, retreating. Earlier action tonight, Croatia getting the victory over Guatemala in an 89th minute game-winning goal by Marian Solano, who had a goal and an assist to help propel Costa Rica to a perfect record, 4 wins, 0 draws, and 0 losses. Navarrete, Mejia, switching sides. Good job cutting off the angle on that pass by Duncan. It was a great read there by Duncan to win that ball for St. Lucia. Joseph unable to keep that in play, but last touch Nicaragua. There's a little rhythm here building for St. Lucia as this is played out by Nicaragua. And Nicaragua is going to give up their first corner of the evening. See what Frigian Joseph and St. Lucia can do right here. Looking for that first goal. Joseph, near post. Nicaragua has yet to get a clean sheet in qualification play. What a way that would be to close out the evening at home in front of the home crowd. Navarrete hurdles the leg of Duncan. Navarrete wanted to cross that. Duncan tracks back though. Good job there defensively by Duncan. She's made a couple of real good plays in this second half already. Cruz. Nguia back to Mejia. She'll switch sides. Cervantes. Navarrete drops it back. Navarrete hands it over. Manzanares knocked off the ball and now sent away by Avril. Joseph, oh, if that ball gets through, that's going to be a great run for St. Lucia. Lewis plays it out wide, pops it up in the air. Smith fighting for the ball. And this last touch, Smith. Navarrete, crowd, and knowing that she's sitting on 2 goals, looking for a hat trick. Lewis playing this to space, trying to get around. Does, but right there is Cervantes. Let's see, Cervantes. Let's see who's called for the foul. It's going to be Ariana Munguia. And now the first free kick here for St. Lucia. Great spot. Just had their first corner and now getting their first free kick. Micaiah Smith will take this. Smith. Garcia goes to the ground. Garcia did a good job coming out there. Hermione Jones was the player that nearly gets to this ball, and then you see Jones' knee come up into the side of Garcia. That's what Garcia was upset about. Nothing intentional there by Hermione Jones. Just going for the ball. To begin qualification back last Friday, 27 teams were vying for a spot to join the U.S. and Mexico in the championship, which will be held May 24th through June 3rd in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. All 6 winners of each group to advance, and we know those 6 winners. Canada in Group A, just passing El Salvador with a win last night. Panama in Group B. Group C saw the Dominican Republic advance. Puerto Rico in Group D. Group E saw Jamaica advance over Honduras. And meanwhile, Group F, coming down on the final day, Costa Rica, with their win earlier by a score 2-1, advance on. You have to love the crowd hearing the horns blaring in this until the end, the final game of qualification. In the capital city of Nicaragua, here in Managua. Managua doing a great job hosting Groups E and Groups F. This one back post dipping. Oh, that one barely goes over. Great strike right there from Joseph. Sometimes you want to catch the keeper off guard. Joseph nearly did it. Peralta inside. Chance here, Manzanares, right at Busset. Busset's able to square up and use her hands. She's really good at making stops. Just like right here, gets it on Manzanares, right at her chest. Curling ball off the legs once again. Cleared away by Busset, but not away from Manzanares. Deflected in front. Navarrete nearly had her 3rd goal off a rebound. And I think Duncan might be handed a yellow card, and she is. 3 yellow cards, all to St. Lucia. Busset needs to go down and stop these shot attempts with her hands. I like to play them off her legs. Here's that foul by Duncan. Another great chance for Nicaragua to get their 3rd goal. Back post on top of the webbing and over. Great strike, curling, just couldn't get the dip. Manzanares in line. Sent away by St. Ange. Now substitution coming in. Leith Velasquez. Adriana Manguia will come off the field. Here's Velasquez getting her touch right as she steps on. No better way to get in the action. Sarantes being pressured there on the play. That's Faith Regis, who's been the only sub so far for St. Lucia. Meanwhile, we've seen 2 for Nicaragua, and Lisa Velasquez, who just came in, and Daniela Manzanares, who began the half as a sub. Navarrete trips over the ball. William back heel. Alta. Garash. We can get by William, does. Garash wide crosses as it's tapped out by St. Lucia, and a corner coming from the far end for Nicaragua. Alta will send it in. Alta tipped up off the crossbar. Navarrete was right in front there again, but great job by St. Lucia sending that away from the end line. Alta looking for Navarrete. Great ball there by Villalta, finding the head of Navarrete, but pushed it wide. Navarrete, you have to think maybe those 3 goals will come. A few different opportunities here in the second half. Joseph. Good job there by Joseph to get by the first defender. Trying to squeeze through. A nice little hesitation move there by Joseph. This hits off the hand of Velasquez. Blalta drops it back. Sarantes. Chance maybe for St. Lucia as they look to build. Lewis to the end line. And let's see. This will be a goal kick. It's hard to believe that this is the final night of qualification. 6 countries now advancing to the championship round. Joining U.S. and Mexico May 24th through June 3rd. You look at the importance of the championship. The top 3 teams will advance to next year's FIFA's Women's U20 World Cup. So the important thing was getting out of the group stage in that top spot. As this ball is threaded back, St. Ange will send it away from danger. Of course, the championship held in the Dominican Republic. So even though group play coming to a close, we'll be right back at it next month. Nice little scoop pass to Navarrete. Navarrete denied on the ball. Velasquez. couldn't control possession on the end line. Zanaris, long range. Easy stop there for Busset. See, when she goes down and she makes a scoop like that, that's what she needed to do on a couple of these different shots where she let just come to her legs. You have to think maybe at half, that was one of the notes that Emmanuel Balas gave to her. Just simply go down to a knee, make the save, because if anything, it's going to hit you in the chest, and you're going to be right there to be able to pounce on the ball. This game really probably should be 1-0. If that would have been done in the first half on the second goal that Navarrete scored. Here is Veronica Navarrete. Taking this with the water bottle in the hand as well. Navarrete tracking back. That was her shin guard. Now another yellow card handed out to St. Lucia. So Frisian Joseph now with yellow as well. 4 players sitting on yellow cards for St. Lucia. Alexander Cruz. Alexander wanted to find Arnica Lewis. Thrantes Mejia. Cruz at midfield. Played out wide. Velasquez. Going to the ground here is the sub, Faith Regis, holding her hamstring as she went down. Again, with this being the final game, well, you never want an injury no matter what, but being the final night, you just want to come out healthy more than anything. Just hope this is a cramp and that is all. Seen a lot of players throughout cramp up during the second half of games. Faith Regis, the sub for St. Lucia. You see, just comes up limp there and goes right down. So now the train staff will head out, and so will the stretcher. Two to 0 score in Nicaragua on top of St. Lucia in this final game in qualification, final game of Group F. Ines Navarrete with both goals for Nicaragua, both in the first half, first in the 7th minute, second in the 21st. And Faith Regis, unfortunately, carried off the field, but you hope it's just a cramp and nothing more. Get another great crowd out tonight in the capital city of Managua. Groups E and Groups F play their games here. They're signaling for a sub, so unfortunately for Faith Regis, it looks like her night is done. Cervantes gets by the first defender. Want to get closer to try to play the ball in. Lewis mistimed that volley attempt. So we do have one player warming up on the sideline. I believe it's Gianna Hilton. So she could be the sub. Navarrete. Cruz. Mejia. Cervantes, distance, no. Joseph playing back to midfield. Out there by St. Ange, cutting off the angle. Playing it out to safety. Manzanares trying to get around St. Ange, looking for her second goal here in qualification play. Scored against Guatemala. Vuelta will head over the far corner. Inward swinging ball coming. And now Gianna Hilton will come in. And she'll replace the injured Faith Regis. We said that'll also bring us to our cooling break. So Hilton in. Faith Regis out. Look at both these sides. St. Lucia has yet to get a point, has scored one goal in qualification, that coming in the loss to Belize. Meanwhile, for Nicaragua, they won their first two games, won 3-1 against Guatemala, followed up with a 3-2 victory over Belize before falling to Costa Rica on Friday by a score of 2-1. The challenge for them right now is they're looking for their first clean sheet of qualification play. Right now, doing a good job keeping St. Lucia off the board. See if that can continue here for the next 16 minutes or so. Navarrete in this game with the brace. She also had a brace in the game against Belize. That was the second game for Nicaragua. So a chance here for her to get a hat trick, and crowd knows it. Every time she gets her foot to the ball, they just get a little bit louder. Nicaragua's lucky number is 3. Every time they have scored 3 goals in a game, they have won. But right now, it's looking like 2 could be enough. Cruz, Velasquez, back out to Cruz, but this pass cut off by Duncan. Mejia, Vuelta at the top of the area. Heavy touch, but able to get to it. Vuelta finds Navarrete. Navarrete right into the legs of Bissett. Navarrete knows, the crowd knows, St. Lucia knows that she's sitting on 2 goals, looking for that hat trick. And now Bissett doing better job going down with her hands that time to make that stop. It's great to see her adjusting as the game goes and making those corrections that she did not make in the first half. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than you would like, but she's getting those corrections down. This game could very much be 1-0. She was doing that back in the first half. Vlalta. Both teams have used 2 subs, so each has 3 remaining. Cervantes. This ball cut out on the play by Chloe William, who has a yellow card. One of 4 players with a yellow card for St. Lucia. St. Ange as well. Duncan and Frigiane Joseph all with yellow cards. Frigiane Joseph, the lone player to score for St. Lucia. Then in the 6-1 loss against Belize. Ball clipped over. Manzanares, right to the feet of Bissett. Navarrete gets by the first defender. Coming over St. Ange. Vlalta into the 6. Cruz. This one gets by a couple defenders. I don't know how 2 different defenders missed that clearance. It's catching everyone off guard. St. Ange there, fanning on it. Also fanning on it on the play was the sub, Gianna Hilton. Miscommunication, no one calling each other off. Velasquez. Mejia. Manzanares, the player that got hit in the face there. Look back at this. There you can see the right arm of Makai Smith going to the face of Manzanares. Needs to be a yellow card against Smith, the 5th of the game. You have to control your body. Approaching the final 10 minutes. Here's Veronica Navarrete. That's Navarrete off to the left of your screen, but you have to think Veronica's going to go for goal here. She does. Joseph. St. Lucia just unable to tonight to get out of their defensive third. We'll reset and we'll do this over. Fast start there by Cruz. She wanted to play quickly. And Daniela Manzanares will get set to send it in. Manzanares near post. Nice ball through. Velasquez near post, knocked out by St. Ange, and a corner coming here for Nicaragua. Back post. Oh, Navarrete nearly had it. Ends up in the goal rather than the ball. Great pass in. Navarrete just couldn't get enough on her vertical. Go back to last night. Canada closing out Group A with a win, 9-1 over El Salvador. Costa Rica tonight closing out Group F with a 2-1 win over Guatemala. Manzanares. This ball won back by Velasquez, has numbers in the box, cuts it across. Joseph is going to be called for the foul in the backside of Sarah Cruz. This is Frigian Joseph. She does have a yellow card. And there you see our referee saying, Alyssa Nichols, I don't want to have to give you a second yellow card. Let's be smart here. Cervantes will send it forward. Headed up and in! And Nicaragua has a 3-0 lead. Daniela Manzanares with the third goal of the game for Nicaragua. Nice ball in. Manzanares getting it clean, getting position, and getting it by Bousset. Nice job there by Manzanares, just getting position right in front of the middle of the face of the goal to get her second goal in qualification, that coming in the 84th minute. Well, the key for Nicaragua, in every game they've won, 3 goals, they have reached that mark. They have never scored over 3 goals here in qualification. Will tonight be the night? Also looking for their first clean sheet Yoska Garcia has yet to be challenged. You see the collision. Stepping through was Ariana Manguia. So Manguia handed the first yellow card for Nicaragua. Six bookings in total. 5 to St. Lucia, and the first there to Manguia of Nicaragua. This foul now giving St. Lucia a great chance on a free kick coming. St. Lucia looking to score for their first time in back-to-back games. Shut out in the first 2 games, then scored in the loss to Belize. Frigian Joseph, the lone goal scorer in that one. She's going to take this free kick. See what Joseph does here. Joseph bending it. Good strike there by Joseph. Garcia able to get over to the near post and protect it. Good battle there between William and Navarrete, and William is going to win this time. St. Lucia playing a little too quickly. Don't forget, after this game, we'll have highlights and standings. Canada in Group A advancing over El Salvador. Panama in Group B advancing over Curacao. In Group C, Dominican Republic in a close one advancing over Guyana. Group D saw Puerto Rico advance over Trinidad and Tobago. Group E saw Jamaica advance over Honduras. In Group F, Costa Rica, a perfect 4 wins, move on. Costa Rica and Canada, the only 2 teams to win all 4 games. When they had 5 teams in their group. You look at Panama, 3 wins, no losses, no draws. Same thing goes with Puerto Rico, as well as Jamaica. Couple minutes remains, and we'll see how much stoppage time will be added on. Navarrete still looking for that 3rd goal. Looking to be the first Nicaraguan player to get a hat trick here in qualification play. Championship May 24th through June 3rd in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. 8 teams in total. Just mentioned the 6 winners moving on, joining Mexico and U.S. Nicaragua, though, looking to close out qualification play in front of the home fans with a shutout victory. Another yellow card handed out to St. Lucia, and this goes to Sabrina Averill. Cervantes sends it in. Well off target. So now Annette Lopez will come in, and a round of applause for Ines Navarrete. Couldn't get that hat trick. She had opportunities, but she will leave the game with 2 goals. 4 goals in total for Ines Navarrete to lead her country in scoring here in qualification. The brace against Belize and the brace tonight against St. Lucia. Velasquez. Lalta. Crowd sticking around. They want to see one more goal. They want to see a clean sheet as well. St. Lucia might have one run in them. That's all they need. A couple good looks by St. Lucia, but nothing getting past Garcia tonight. Two minutes of stoppage time added on. Sinage doing enough to get in good position there defensively and then send it to the circle. Cervantes. Little step over, handoff. Mejia. Lalta. That hit off her own player and the sub beneath Lopez. Back heel, Cruz. Marissa Duncan getting one final warning. You have to think if this game was still in earlier time before stoppage here, maybe another yellow card handed out. And Nicaragua will close out group play with a win by a score of 3-0. Their first clean sheet in qualification play. What a game for Ines Navarrete. 2 goals in this one, followed up by a goal by Daniela Manzanares. We'll have highlights when we return between Nicaragua and St. Lucia. As the final night here in Concacaf Women's U20 qualification comes to a close for Nicaragua, a great way to close out group play as they get their first clean sheet here. You get Hermione Jones with an opportunity for St. Lucia, but into the side of the webbing as it just skims across. That would be the best chance for St. Lucia, and then it would be all Ines Navarrete. Here would be her first of 2. A great strike here on the play by Perla Gerlache makes Bousset makes the initial save off the crossbar and then right into the path of Navarrete for the opening goal. That coming in the 7th minute. Great stop there. Bousset nearly pops it over the crossbar. Instead, it hits off the bottom and goes right to Navarrete for her first of 2. She had a brace against Belize and gets one tonight. This one stopped by Bousset. This one able to cover up, though. Bousset, she would make some good saves. This game could have been much worse than it was. Molina with a soft roller, easy scoop for Bousset. This ball driven in, hits off the legs of Bousset, and Navarrete with an easy tip in. That was the thing. Bousset just doesn't go down to make the save with her hands, allows it to hit off her ankles, and right to Navarrete once again. And she would just tap this in for a second. That goal coming in the 21st minute of the first half. And after 1.5 of play, it would be Nicaragua 2 with St. Lucia 0. And Nicaragua would be the dominant team, controlling possession in the second half as well in this game. St. Lucia just unable to really create any true opportunities. This one just over the knee of Manzanares, and on the follow-up try there by Munguia, nearly got it by, but a good job defensively. Here would be the best opportunity by Lewis, but right into the backside there of Navarrete. It just was not St. Lucia's night. This ball tipped on, and here a great chance in the run of play, but once again, right at Bousset, when she sees the ball all the way through, she's making the saves, that time denying Manzanares. Here Navarrete nearly getting it through the legs of Bousset. Navarrete nearly had a hat trick in this one, but here, look at this thing of beauty from Daniela Manzanares in the 84th minute, getting great position and just heading into the corner for the 3rd goal for Nicaragua as they would get the win 3-0, their first clean sheet in qualification play, in a great way to close out in front of the home fans. A dominant performance tonight by Nicaragua over St. Lucia. And here are the final standings. Costa Rica advancing to the championship. As they win Group F, Nicaragua will finish in that 2nd spot. Guatemala behind them, then Belize, and then St. Lucia. But a great performance to close out qualification from Managua, Nicaragua at Estadio Nacional Day Football for this Concacaf crew. I am Josh Toll saying thank you and good night.